I might have a new theme song. I don't know what's happening. You got Steven Taylor, quite possibly the most smiliest, so-called because he is called that, mayor of Kansas City. I don't know. He was just a sweet boy.
Hello.
You know, a cute person. He looks like a big teddy bear.
Is it because I'm holding this mic in my hand? This very tiny mic.
We call that the Diglett mic.
That's great. That's nice. That is.
I mean, I think you would still hear it. You know, I feel bad now. This is something I've put onto you. This is not.
No, this is not a problem. This is what I'm used to being thrust into uncomfortable mic situations.
No, I mean, if you
holding tiny Diglets in my hand.
I think you would.
Should I do it like this? Does this still work?
No, I think it would still work if you put it there. I just think it wouldn't sound as good. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just particular.
It does pick up.
Do you have an Asian technician at Pearl Bottoms?
An Asian? Actually, yeah. Our sound guy, half Asian. Ryan Riggs, shout out. He set up all the sound. That place would not exist without him.
That's why we have Bill over here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
People
perfect.
say imperialism's bad.
Yeah.
So
Take that over the
I think, let's see. Let's do some can you talk here?
Yeah, I could talk here.
I mean, it sounds pretty good. I mean, if you just do it like.
Does it sound worse if I hold it?
No.
I mean, I don't mind holding it.
It works. It's fine.
It's good. No, I want you to be as comfortable as possible.
I'm very comfortable.
Okay. Okay, you're so. Okay. I mean, if you want to hold it.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to hold the little tiny mic.
The Diglett. You ever imagine what it's like to hold a Diglett in your hand?
That's exactly. Yeah, I mean, I've held something similar. It's never been a Pokemon, but.
So I have questions. Some of them are better than others. Some of them lead somewhere.
Even I'm excited for these questions because
You worked in a Cold Stone Creamery. You've been a director for activist movement. You've been a line cook, a server trainer, and a bartender at the Revelry of Ruston, out Louisiana. What can't you do, Steven?
Do you work for the IRS? Are you on LinkedIn? Did you go on my LinkedIn? That's the only way.
Was there any job that made like wow, that was like I learned a lot, or like I went through something terrible? And it's like did any of what would you say like is the one thing that really like added a sense of comedy or like put you in a really unique situation? Any of these things?
I don't know.
what was the question?
Did any job ever teach you anything? But he first listed all of my credits so that just in case you didn't have my social security number, you could.
Oh my! He did the same thing with Dayton last week. Dayton was in politics and he didn't even know. He was like,
oh, Dayton absolutely volunteered for like the Smithville mayoral campaign or something.
yeah,
No, it was
the
like
mayor added him to the cabinet and he didn't even know. And then
the Board of Adjustment.
it was
What?
He was at the Board of Adjustment of Smithville, Missouri.
And
Sweet baby Dayton of Smithville, Missouri.
And he was like, yeah, the mayor's my neighbor. He asked me something about being on a Zoom call or something.
Dayton is such a dumbass. I love that kid so much. Oh my God, I can't believe that. He's in the cabinet of Smithville. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill will just find stuff about you.
Did any of the jobs teach you something? That's what
I don't know. I think every job I've had has taught me like they've all been weird and absurd in some ways. Like Verizon Midtown is the funniest job I've ever had. Mm-hmm. Like the most I've ever laughed. I used to have to sing for tips at Cold Stone. And I would steal Mountain Dews, and I got fired from there a few times. And then
my God.
At Logan's Roadhouse, there was like a sex scandal with like our GM and our assistant GM. And I don't know, there was just like a lot of politics, like working in conservative politics for years is like very funny. Just as a thing,
you know. All right, people have beliefs, but it is kind of funny. Is like the idea of conservative politics is being like you're working to make things the same, to not change things.
Right, you're standing the line. You've got to.
So what did you do with in politics?
I used to work for like conservative campaigns, like in like statewide, like Senate campaign and governor campaign and representatives and stuff like that. In Louisiana, the only connections you have are conservatives.
Yeah.
And at that time, I was a libertarian because that's how conservatives get to leftist politics is they, you know, it's kind of, you eventually become libertarian and then eventually you're like, I don't like this either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the natural.
This all sucks.
I like the idea of like doing comedy and then like, which is like meaningless, stupid, you know, worthless.
Oh yeah, comedy's
no,
good.
I'm kidding. No, I really like comedy. I think it's important in a sense, like general the ability to make people laugh, but I don't think like the specifics and way you do it is. I think it could be great, but I don't know if it wouldn't say it's like important. I don't know how else to explain it. Does that make sense? In the same way that like politics can make a change in somebody's life.
Oh no, I think they're the exact same. That's why it was so easy to get out of politics. I think politics is the dumbest.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's insane.
Oh.
Like the only thing that really matters is like grassroots organizing and then trying to get money out of politics. Like as long as money's in politics, you're kind of screwed. And it's one of those things like the wheel's going to turn no matter what. That doesn't mean that we just like let conservatives win, right? But like working in politics, working in conservative politics especially, is just as dumb as doing comedy. And so when it was like, which one should I do? I got fired from conservative politics because they were like, we don't think you're a conservative. And I was like, I mean, yeah. I've
like, wait a second.
I've held my head in shame for the past 2 years. How could you tell?
Are you telling women should have the choice?
Dude, all of it, man.
Like, what'd you say?
That seems crazy to me. Get out of here. You want the terrorists to win? No, it was like, no, man, I hate all of this. I can't stand it. And, yeah, dude, it's just dumb. It's like, I was doing all of this work as a slave to this thing that I thought was higher than I was, that was bigger than me. And that's what comedy is a lot of the times, where you'll talk to new comics and they'll be like, we're just in it. We want to be a part of comedy. And it's like, dude, this doesn't exist. This is just like to stroke your ego.
Yeah.
And that's it. And you just got to be like aware of that in some way.
Yeah. I just want to be funny. Like, the whole like politics and comedy, I'm just like, I don't want to do this at all.
I mean, people
are like, why didn't you hang out at the club? I'm like,
come to Mike's comedy.
What are we doing here?
Let's hold hands.
No, we're not doing this again.
I've only got one. Sorry, I'm
try the Diglett Mike.
Oh my god.
We all hold hands and then I'll just officiate this wedding.
All right, Bill, you gotta let go.
Oh no, both hands, both.
Yeah, we keep doing the.
This is nice.
Soul connection.
So,
all right.
You just like to really know
Damn,
somebody.
you were warm. This actually feels good because my hands are cold.
Connor, do you want to make any vows to Bill?
No.
Okay.
Did you
Bill, this is my ceremony. Bill, do you want to make any vows to Connor?
I will be there for the rest of your life unless you met some freaky chick at the club last night and you're gonna cheat on me with her.
I did. I almost went home with an ancient woman.
Unless you could be polyamorous. You're not obsessive enough. You gotta like commit.
I will be willing to do this forever as long as you can dress up as a femboy. Then
it's off.
You can't.
Not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Wow, dude, you don't really love him. But he did kind of promise that to you in the beginning. He did kind of tell you. But yes, politics is stupid. Mm-hmm. Wait, what were you saying? You don't like the politics in comedy? Is that it? Or like when people talk about politics in comedy?
Oh, no. Just like almost like the politics of comedy. Of just like everyone, the people who are like too serious about it, but also suck. It's like, settle down.
You're specific. You're targeting specific.
It doesn't exist. It exists in your mind. It's not real. There's no such thing as politics in comedy.
Well, I guess like maybe politics is the wrong word for it. Probably like, I guess like the dynamic of it, of just like, maybe I'm lost.
No, I kind of
I know what you're talking about because I used to like have similar feelings. Mm-hmm. But it's just not real. Like it's more in your head than you think. It's just
imagine.
like, hey,
I would imagine that.
Are you a decent person to be around? Mm-hmm. And do you make situations better? If the answer is yes to that, then you're like you'll find the people that you want to find and that match up with your style. But I don't think there's unless you're. It depends on, I guess, what your goal is. But like, if your goal is like, oh, I'm going to get into the club or the improv, right? Then, or like this specific thing. Yeah. Then you might feel that type of way. But that's, you just do it until you get.
No, we're basically new comics, but like I've been slowly realizing, I'm like, I'm just being gay. I'm like, this is all in my head.
I understand where it's like, because it's like in my head, it's like. What I really like doing is like doing something and then like repeating it and then like honing it. That's just like a big like I like fixating on things, I think. Do you understand it at all?
Yeah, like my material used to be like I just got like a good 5 minutes and then I worked it to death like until I was really good at that 5 minutes. And then I would do that with like different bits. A lot of the time, which was like just run the same thing, or like in my job or my like video games. Like I play Rocket League,
Oh,
Like I used to play
Nice.
Gears of War.
Wait, what rank are you in Rocket League?
Champ 3, Champ 2.
Shitty.
I'm not Grand Champ.
Grand Champ.
You're Grand Champ? Yeah, you got more time than I do.
It is a thing about time because I'm trying to play a league right now. I just lost a league game before you guys came over.
Right, and like I was not really obsessed with League, but like, you know, everything. Whatever I get into, and I work it until I feel like I'm really good at it. I don't have to be the best. I don't have to be Grand Champ, but I don't want to be like bronze. You know, I want to be able to like show up somewhere and hold my own. I feel the same way in comedy, where it's like I just want to like. I want to always better myself. I always want to strive to be that, but like my goal is to like walk into anywhere and they'd be like, "Oh, that was really good."
A big thing that happens with me, not like all the time, but like let's say like half the time, is like I get good enough at something in like a fast enough time where it's just like I guess I'm bored. Do you ever had that feeling?
I mean, no, I'm terrible at a lot of things. Like I was, I didn't have that with any sports. I didn't have that with. I was pretty good. I'm not going to say pretty good. I was okay at comedy in the first year. And it just made me like really want to. When I get decent at something, because it's hard for me to get okay at something, I want to like, I just want to do the best at it, and I obsess over it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I like. I want to be like the best comic.
Well, you gotta
and it's
come
like,
out. I love
huh? No, I know, but
how long
it's
have you
just
been
like,
doing it?
4 months, 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
How often do you go out?
Not this week, but usually I go to like 3 or 4 in a week.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
you're cool.
It's just like, but it's also like, it's just such a weird thing because it's like I want to be the best, but then it's like I'll go eat a dick and then it resets and I'm like, shit sucks. I don't want to do this anymore.
See, that's another thing about like people saying comedy sucks all the time or comedy is dead or so. Like I mean
I love doing it, but it's also like you want to get better, but it's whenever you just go eat, when you eat a dick, it's just like, whew.
I've never felt that way because I just feel like there's so many like elements that you can play with to have like at least like have interesting, because the concept of you like bombing I think is funny. Not you particular, but like anyone. I think bombing is funny. I don't know.
It's fun to watch. It's definitely fun to watch someone just eat shit.
It's fun to do, but you also have meltdown nights where you're like, okay, well, you know,
yeah,
this one hurts. Like this one stings a little bit. But I would say most of the time it's funny. I get the idea that it would be a little demoralizing, but for me it's like, oh well, now I just want to like redo. Like,
I'm gonna play 10 more league games.
That's kind of the obsessive thing where it's like, well, I'm obviously not there yet. Like, time to run myself into the ground until I don't want to do it for a week.
Yeah, I'll go eat shit and just be like, all right, tomorrow's gonna be different.
Like, okay, I guess it's like, how much of yourself do you feel like you put in like investing yourself in comedy, not only just like performing, but like everything that goes into that, and like what do you feel like is important to you, or what do you get out of it? Sorry. Maybe it's like too many words, but it's like when you put yourself into comedy, like what do you do and what do you feel like you get out of it? I guess
I don't know. I just like time. Like I just put like all of my time into it, and like it's like most of what I think about and most of what I spend my time doing. I don't.
I mean,
in some shape or form.
Yeah, it's like a mental, say, like all day, just think about.
No, it is like everybody. That's why like it's so funny when there's like scene drama and people are like, she said this about, and this is happening to me, and he's being an asshole. It's like, dude, everybody that does comedy is mentally ill.
Yeah,
anybody that legitimately goes out 3 to 5 times a week to do something for free that they are okay at, that goes well a quarter of the time because it's open mic comedy, which is not supposed to go well.
Yeah.
And they just continue to do it. And they throw away time with their friends and their family and people who actively love them to hang around people who are bad people. Like,
this is where I'm at.
It's like you're all mentally ill. So just be like, oh yeah, I bet I shouldn't take this personally. I bet this person is probably just on one right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't have friends, I guess. That's what I feel like. I mean, comedy friends, I do. You guys are my friends. But I don't know. Like, in terms of, like, People who actively love. Okay, like this is just sad.
Yeah, the new comics who have no friends somehow I've made friends with.
That's how it always is.
Yeah.
The new comics become friends. Mm-hmm. And then you build your little group. Mm-hmm. And
Empire.
There's like, and you're just kind of like, you're going through the same shit that everybody's going through and talking through and like figuring it out. And like, yeah, it's how, like me, when I started, it was me, Spencer, Kyle Hopkins, Jeff Nelson, and Casey Griffin and Evan Christian Gold.
I'm so glad I got to meet Jeff Nelson. I don't know.
Jeff's the best.
He came in for like a week.
Yeah, Jeff's great.
And he was really nice.
Jeff helped me start the barrel. Jeff was like the first person I called whenever Carrie and I talked about the barrel. And it was like, I wanted to get his like sign off on it.
Does Carrie do comedy? I don't think I've seen him before.
He started, when he first started, he was doing comedy. That's how he and I met. He would go do stuff at Red Front. And he was a new comic. Like we both started out at the same time, and I was like, I like your stuff. Like it's funny. And then we became friends. And then he broke both of his, he like shattered both of his ankles because he fell off a ladder while he was building trapezes and landed like both feet down, shattered it completely.
Oh my god!
He used to have to like crawl up his stairs to get into his apartment, and so he stopped doing stand up because it was like pretty difficult to
because he couldn't stand up.
Well, and also just to like get out, it was like a whole thing.
I broke my leg,
and also everybody used to kind of like, I don't know, there was like weird vibes with Carrie. People just didn't like him for whatever. He's confident, and people in comedy don't like that. People in comedy like insecurity.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, everybody goes up and they're like, I got a small dick, don't get laid. And I'm like, I don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, and Carrie...
Me?
No, I'm saying... Like, I mean, if the shoe fits, not.
No, but I mean, like, people didn't really like... I don't know.
That's
I was
really
always a Carrie defender where I was like, Carrie's like my best friend. Like, he's like a homie. And, we've just been friends ever since. But that's what I'm saying. He's young comics.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right about the mental illness thing. Because he does seem like a pretty normal dude. I don't know.
He got out of it. He didn't need to do it. Like, he broke his legs and then was like, okay, well, it wasn't going well anyway. And now he's related to comedy. Mm-hmm. He's like in the same sphere. He's got the barrel, podcasting, the shows and all that, and he loves it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have to be up there. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if I broke both of my legs, like my buddy that I was telling you about that broke his arm, he was out that night. He came back to the festival in a sling after they had just reset it. He's on morphine and he is doing a set because he was just like, it's gonna be funny. Like it's a mental illness. It's like and it's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's got mental illness. I got ADHD. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like it is a disease, and we've got to stop being so we got to stop taking it so seriously because everybody's insane.
I guess that's what I mean. Like, what he said about politics earlier, I feel like it's more like it's hard to transition from like, oh, I'm like creating these like funny things trying to entertain people and then making that like marketable and like business and then like having to work with people. That's like that can be like a hard transition from being an open micer or like confronting these people.
You just got to get funny first, and then eventually it'll be like, well, people keep asking me. It's supply and demand. Like there needs to be demand for a supply, and so like I didn't start taking it more seriously until people were like, oh, we want to see you, or this sounded funny, or like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like
no, that makes sense. No, I mean it's just like I'm kind of playing devil's advocate. Like I understand where you're coming from. I think it's like even if it's like. People are like saying things out of frustration or it doesn't make sense. I feel like there's like there's like a underlying feeling that I'm just like trying to understand because it's like because I also feel like some people are just like they don't understand that it's like a sphere. Does that make sense? Like they come to the comedy club and it's like it's not like there's a certain thing like how just like how things work that they just don't understand. That's what I mean, like newcomers. And that can some people can be like feel alienated from that.
You're always going to feel alienated when you start something, right? Like it's like when you're new at a job, you feel weird. When I started teaching, like it was like for 6 months, I was like, I'm drowning and I suck and I hate this and I'm not good at it. Mm-hmm. And like I feel like that's with any, big thing that you're trying to get into. And I felt that in comedy. Like I used to show up at shows and just be like, God, dude, I only know my people.
Yeah.
Like I talk to my people and then once you, I don't know, eventually you're just around enough
Yeah, that's what's starting to happen. Like at my first mic, it was just like I know nobody, and it was just like hanging out. But I was just talking to people, and who was it? It was who wears a suit? Who's the ginger fuck who wears a suit?
Brock.
Like I was just like in their circle after the show, and I was like, "What's up, guys?" And it was just like the first time I ever did it, and it was just like I don't know. Yeah, eventually like you find your clique, I guess. And then you stay around them.
And then you sit in tables, and then Dayton goes, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
No, yeah. And then Bill puts me in a table where I don't know anybody, and they're like, "What the fuck is it?" And then he disappears. Anyways, it was just like, yeah. One night it was just like I was sat down at a table, knew nobody, and then I heard just like, "Who is this guy?"
Were you saying things or
no? I was just sitting there. Yeah, I was just sitting there like watching the show. I'm like,
that sounds like something I would say. It sounds like
no, like no. It's just so interesting because like I can't really perceive things like maybe even like 3 months or 6 months in advance, like where I am now. I mean, just in terms of like I can only guess. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to understand things more. Yeah. Okay. I have questions. Okay.
I think in order to put a bow on it, like it's fine. I think it's a good system to weed people out. That your first year is really hard.
Yeah.
Like it's a great system for like, if you don't want it, then leave.
Yeah,
like, don't waste anybody's time. That's my 5 minutes that I could be getting. And so like there's never, it's just like, it's tough. It's weird. It's uncomfortable. You're going to suck at comedy. You're going to not know how to interact with comedians because, again, they're all mentally ill. And it's like you're getting like a master. You're going to graduate school in psychology to be around a bunch of comedians. You're like, how do I navigate all of these insane personalities? And that first year is just hard. Like, just always. And that's good. I think it's
fun,
is
though.
So crazy.
It's good to weed people out.
Yeah, it's fun, though.
That's why nobody's nice to new comics.
Yeah.
There's so many new comics.
Yeah, it's just like, this guy's going to be gone. Yeah.
In 5 months, and it's like, well, now I just like invested, like, it's time and energy. It's like, also, it's my night off or my night that I'm working. Like, I'm going to hang out with my friends. Yeah, so it's like, with new comics, people sometimes see it as gatekeeping, but it's more just like, I don't know you, and unless you're like fun to be around and like a fun hang, which have like Bill's, new and insane. He's an insane person.
Yeah, he's insane.
You have no idea what to expect.
He needs to go see a doctor.
No, he's 18 years old. His brain's not fully developed. He has no idea what he's doing. But he's awesome. He's like a fun hang.
Yeah.
I've never had a problem with you, but like it's just I think people get in their head.
I'm also like really. I don't understand myself either. I think I'm good. I'm happy.
You are.
I'm happy, guys.
You got a job now? You're doing good?
I have a real job. Job consisting of taking signatures from people.
Nice.
If I could get a job taking pictures of people, that'd be pretty sweet.
That's more than Connor does.
No, I clean cars. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I got a 9 to 5. I'm a blue collar worker.
My contacts with the IRS will meet you real soon.
Yeah, I don't pay taxes.
Okay. Okay.
I do pay taxes.
What I appreciate about you, Steven, is you're always smiling. Do you do that on purpose?
No. This is my general demeanor to get people, I guess, probably to like me at some deep down place. Honestly, I just am generally happy and smiling. I don't have much to complain about.
That's great.
Yeah, you just roll up.
Let's
somewhere
go to war with
like,
Russia.
Yeah.
What?
That'd be like funny.
If we?
Yeah.
Us three?
Like a Stripes type.
That'd be cool.
Movie.
That'd be cool.
Where did this go?
Dibs on John Candy. I got dibs because he dies sooner than the others.
Okay. How do you feel?
How do you feel? Bad.
I feel like shit.
So you mentioned one time that you were in this like Louisiana like Facebook group for like conservative or like old people.
No, it was a small town, Rustin Rants. Yeah, it was a small town Facebook group. You know how they do like where are y'all from? Kansas City, this area?
I'm from Blue Springs.
So maybe they would have like a Blue Springs Secrets.
Yeah.
So like a Blue Springs Rants group where it's like the people in that town who are complaining. They're on Facebook, so they're older.
Oh, yeah.
And they're complaining.
And they got a lot to say.
A lot. Like I am. How did we both end up here?
Yeah. just fate.
Yeah. So now we become good friends too.
Yes.
Are you looking up Rustin Rants right now? You're going to have to join the group. You're going to have to tell them your area code, when
I was trying to look up Overland Park or Kansas City or anything, but I couldn't find
you're probably going to have
anything.
to tell them you're white, too. Like I'm half white.
I bet the one around here is not as fun. That's what next door's for now. Like now,
Yeah.
you don't really have the need for it. You know,
Society has only gotten worse.
well, they just have other apps where they can be a little more private while still being pretty public.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like,
Well, I work in a. Do you know Bait City? Have you heard of Bait City?
BAT, yes.
Baton?
Yeah.
So I work. That's where I work, and like,
Jesus.
yeah, I live in Westport, and I drive out there.
You know, there's car detailing around the city.
I know.
You could-
Well, they pay me. I make a good living. Anyways,
I
but
make
it's
a
like
good living committing
the small town
crimes.
politics. It's like, yeah, I mean, it really is just like a bunch of white people, and like, if someone moves in, it's like a huge deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then, but as long as they're white, they're like, all right, he can come to the party.
Yeah, well, and it's fun to make fun of those people because it's like you're scared of, you know, it's honestly, it's like real life adults being like, I'm scared of clowns. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, you're scared of clowns.
Oh.
You're a 50-year-old man and you're afraid of clowns. This thing
Yeah.
that's like, they're not going to hurt you. There's never been
Yeah, it's just like
a
they
clown
make it up.
at a circus that just like starts murdering people.
Yeah,
You're afraid of the dark. You're afraid of
Yeah.
whatever these fucking fake things are. Yeah, it's funny to mess with those people.
oh yeah, no, it's fun. I mean, they're like, I mean, it's real racist out there, but
That's
honestly,
the only way to fight that stuff is by making fun of them.
oh yeah, but they get riled up.
Yeah.
They get riled up. Like I don't lean. Politics to me is just, it's all not real. So they are like hard rights, like hard, like alt-right, basically.
Uh-huh.
Like COVID wasn't real, which is kind of cool because we didn't wear masks. And I was like, fuck yeah. And then, but they're just like,
Did you get COVID?
I've had it 4 times.
Sometimes the jokes write themselves. Sometimes they're just...
Yeah, why don't you do that on stage? I've had COVID 4 times.
We all had COVID and we were just working. Like we all showed up one day. I was like, I got COVID. And they're like, I have COVID. And I was like, everybody got COVID? And they're just like...
I'm so glad Connor kept talking.
I had to work even though I had COVID no matter what. There was no days off.
There were. There 100% were. There absolutely were.
I would get tested and be like, I got COVID. And they're like, all right, you got to come in still. I'm like, no.
You don't have to. See, this is the problem. You got rights, dog. You got to be like, no, I have COVID.
Yeah.
You. That's crazy. God, that's wild. 4 times?
4 times.
You're a medical miracle. I don't know. Miracles
see?
usually associated positively. You're a medical anomaly.
Yeah. The first time hit me bad. I was almost dying, and I was just like at work, and I fell asleep on a car. And I was just like leaning against the car and fell asleep for an hour. And I was like, I gotta go home.
Do you guys think Satan performs miracles? Pretty cool.
I don't, but I just think that.
What?
Satan performs miracles?
No hot takes on this one.
I would say
Okay, Steven,
yes.
if I was in your class and was a trouble student, how would you modify my behavior?
I would tell you to stop doing comedy. I would tell you to quit doing comedy, that it's bad for you, and that you need to, find out what makes you happy first. If I was to, honestly, I would just talk with you for a long time.
Oh yeah. What age do you teach, or what
All high
grade?
schoolers. That's why
Oh, high
seeing
school.
Bill fall off a chair bothers me so much.
Yeah.
You see a lot of kids fall off their chairs in high school?
No, I see a lot of kids who really want attention in crazy ways, and they'll
I'm
do things
sorry.
that'll hurt themselves in order to get it. I don't think it's a bad thing. I understand it, but I just want them to stop.
I don't know. This is this was so crazy because this podcast, the last podcast, has me like self-reflecting on my life. Like, what is even happening?
There's nothing to reflect on. It's you're in it.
I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in comedy right now. I'm doing it.
I feel like this podcast. Did I ruin your podcast?
No, I'm just like, I'm looking within myself, and I'm not feeling so good anymore.
Sorry, I do a lot of therapy, so maybe that's like coming from.
Oh, what do you teach in school?
I teach history, but I teach a lot of my students just like do work on. I teach kind of entrepreneurship, like how to set goals and accomplish them, and
In history class?
yeah. Yeah, it's
So
weird.
do
You know, the
you talk about taxes and stuff? Like How to fill out W-2s.
Nah, we have other classes for that. But
Yeah.
like,
In the future, do your 5-year plan. Do your first open mic.
Why are you
Get
looking at
good
me?
In like 2 years.
are you talking about what I would tell the students?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a
entrepreneurship.
student that asked me about comedy, and I was like, "Here's a book. Here's the same book I read
Bible-
before I started
comedy
doing
Bible.
comedy." And I bought him the book, and then it's like, if you feel the same way I felt, then you'll find the same things I found. Like,
That's cool.
I'm not gonna like
What's the book?
Sick in the Head. It's that Judd Apatow book. It's about Judd Apatow in like the 80s was interviewing people from his high school radio. And he was in New York, so he was interviewing like Seinfeld in '84 and Leno in '84 and like Richard Linklater, like all these fucking crazy people.
Yeah.
And then it's a collection of interviews from 1984 to 2016 with, name it, Chris Rock, Ricky Gervais, Amy Schumer, like all these other people. And then you're just reading all these interviews from comedians who have been successful and like how they did it or what they did or what their mindset was. And then I read that before I ever started comedy. And then it just made me like start writing and start like, when I started going to open mics, I was like, oh, this is what you have to do. And then I remember I saw Kyle Kinane like in my first year. He went to the Arts Bar open mic and he just goes, why are you fuckers so sad? And we were like, what? He was calling out like all the comedians, and then he just goes, this is your life for the next 7 years. He goes, you better fucking like it.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first open mic?
Yeah. I was Arts Bar. I had written all these notes, and then I got my truck stolen the first day I moved
Oh my god.
here.
Just like Max Pearson.
And all of my notes were in my truck. So I didn't have any of my notes anymore, but I had made a decision that I was going to go to the open mic. So the next night, went to the open mic and then just kind of talked about the bar and then getting my car stolen.
Have you?
And it was pretty funny. And I was like, oh, this was great. And then I went out the next night at Stanford and Sons and ate shit.
Yeah.
Have you played that on your podcast?
What?
Your first.
Somebody has it, but I don't know where it is. I couldn't find it.
I think I found the set where you talk about how David Duke made the NAACP.
That's late. Yeah, that's late. That's a later one. That actually might be recent. Is that there?
What do you mean there? It was
Like, did you have it pulled up, or where'd you find it?
If it's on the one with I think it's Jake Redpath and Dante and Welch. I think that was that.
Oh yeah. God dang, yeah, I love that podcast.
I did research. I'm looking into you. I'm trying to make a soul connection with you, Steven.
But look, we're here. I wouldn't be here if there wasn't a connection.
I'm reaching through your mouth into your stomach.
I know. I got loaded up with pad thai and other Chinese. Dude, this is how problematic he is. He goes, "Yeah, man, mom's gonna make Chinese food for you," and I was like, "Oh, great!" And then I get here. There's a little Asian girl sitting at the table. And I'm this big Southern oaf, and I have to be like, he's loading up pad thai. He doesn't tell me. He's like, oh, we're going to eat noodles. Doesn't say it's pad thai. We're just going to eat some noodles over here. And I was like, dude, I love Chinese food. And he goes, oh, well, actually, it's pad thai. And I was like, you fucking told me. You told me it was Chinese food. You're the racist.
Yeah.
You're the problem. Not me. I was told it's Chinese food. It's Thai food.
It's just Thai food.
What makes food Chinese?
It's Chinese.
When somebody tells you when a Chinese person tells you it's Chinese, that's what makes it Chinese.
That's interesting. I think all of the food my mom makes is Chinese.
Look, if she makes,
I'd believe it.
She made me, and I'm Chinese.
or at least the food is half Chinese.
It's a mix.
That's good. No, I don't know.
It's such fun logic.
No, I like. No, it's just like I've been thinking about like how my life sucks. I don't know. It's like
life.
No, I've been like I want to do a bet, like a bit where it's like I wake up, and I like you guys want to know.
And life's good.
I want to I wake. You guys want to know what it's like to wake up as an Asian? It's like my life fucking sucks.
Oh yeah,
I'm Asian.
How do you wake up? Is it like? What does it look like?
That's me opening my eyes.
You go, oh, it's so bright.
I'm Japanese. No, I don't know. I think it's just Asian men have just got it really hard because all the Asian women are beautiful. You know what I mean? The Asian men are like scrawny and weird looking, and they have bad penis jokes.
You're like huge. You look like a ginormous baby.
Yeah,
how's that good?
Dude, like, you've got like 3 years until you're like gonna be hot. You're fine.
Yeah,
you look
like,
great right now.
Dude, let's do.
You're
like,
adorable. You're cute right now.
You're like 6'1".
Yeah, dude, you've got everything working for you.
I split my eyebrows too big accidentally. I made it bigger accidentally.
Yeah, you're 18. You're gonna make dumb decisions.
I
you don't know how to do everything. Yeah, I used to have a gottee. We all fuck up sometimes.
A girl said she would color my hair rainbow for half the price.
Yeah, why not? Go for it. Do whatever you want.
I have a job where
young.
I do like a job where like I stand outside in public and I talk to people. You don't think they would judge me for having rainbow hair?
Aren't you trying to get people to sign up for weed?
And also ranked choice voting.
At the same time?
Yeah.
just signing like, what the fuck?
Are you okay?
That's so stupid. And I love it.
You want me to
This
go?
is why I told you politics was stupid at the time of this. Hey, do you like weed? Then you're gonna love ranked choice voting. You're gonna love it.
You want me to run you through the thing?
The spiel that you have? Do I have to pay
do you have a script?
Yeah, but no, I don't have a script, but I have like a thing I do.
You have a thing you do? Oh, boy.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
This is...
Alright.
Okay, this is the...
So, like, where are we at? Where's the seat? Where do you stand outside of?
Just come here because there's microphones.
I know, but where do you stand outside of?
Like a DMV. Like
okay. Jesus Christ. So I'm fucking depressed, and I get to the DMV. And then
when you leave the DMV, because I don't inconvenience people before.
God, just trying to leave and
you're
Bill's
like,
there.
You're like, my job sucks, but only for the people I'm working with? What is this not fair?
Oh, God, imagine just like walking out and they said that your papers, you don't have the right paper. And you're like, I gotta go home and wait another 3 hours when I get back, and then you see Bill outside.
You just signed all this paperwork.
I saw
documents you need. So
I saw like a couple of improv people at the plaza, and I saw Erica Holiday at the plaza.
Nice.
And she signed, and then she said she got a text like a day later, and she's like, "Damn it, Bill."
She put her phone number down.
No, I didn't, and they got her somehow.
They got her somehow.
Assassinated. So and then the next day I saw her when she was like doing that showcase at the comedy club. Then after she left, I ran her. She's like, I think I ran her through the chair bit, and then I think her brain broke, and then I think she had to leave.
Yeah, it makes people dumber. You hear it and you're like, what?
Dude, it's so good though, like the circular logic.
We're not. All right, what's your?
Is this podcast just about defending the church?
Yeah, it becomes that somehow.
So take a moment to legalize marijuana.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So okay, so I have the petition here.
That's your spiel?
Yeah, take a moment to legalize marijuana.
I thought it was this big thing.
The petition here. Put your signature.
Where?
Right here.
Okay.
And then it's 02/27/22. That's the date right here.
Uh-huh.
Then your registered voting address.
Uh-huh.
And if it has Kansas City in it, then spell out Kansas City.
It doesn't.
Okay, you're good.
Now, what state are we in?
Okay, and then we're Missouri.
Oh, well, I live in Kansas, so I can't.
You're not registered to vote?
No.
Fuck, I messed up. Well, let's say you are registered.
You just wasted
Are you registered to vote and in Missouri? In what county?
I'm not.
He's not.
Okay. Okay, pretend you are. Jackson County. Okay, and then you sign, and then register your zip code, and then your print first and last name. This would okay on the back. Then I have another petition on the back here for better elections in Missouri. This will stop politicians from leaving office and appointing people to replace them. This will also give you the option of voting for any candidate regardless of your party. Would you be interested in that?
Do I have to sign like the same amount of stuff?
Yeah, but since you know what to do, it'll be faster, like 20 seconds.
I kind of gotta go.
You can still do it.
The liquor store's about to close. I
can catch you on the way out.
Weed for my drug dealer real quick.
I can catch you on the way out.
All right, yeah. Sitting outside of my drug dealer's house, just like, hey man.
And Bill shows up.
I know how you feel about marijuana, but how do you feel about ranked choice voting again?
No, there's this girl. She's like, I don't want legalized marijuana. I support my local drug dealer, and I couldn't say anything to that. She beat me mentally.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's a good argument. You just got to support local. I know a couple locals.
Yeah,
and they also don't pay taxes like you, dirty criminal.
They just started a fucking lawnmower business.
Yeah, that's the type of entrepreneurship.
You shouldn't pay taxes unless you make over $50,000 a year.
It's solid. I like that. And the taxes shouldn't be so ridiculous how they are, even on like lower end. Like I made, what was it?
So who should we tax?
Well, we can't keep fucking the middle class,
right?
And
Asian people, they're doing too well.
I know a lot of people like to attack the rich, but it's, I don't know, probably like somewhere in the middle.
Middle rich?
Dude, I don't know.
My mom? Not mom.
Dude, we should have you run. Let's talk about policy solutions, man.
And all my opinions are just broken and make no sense.
Tax the middle rich. Yeah.
So
are you
what
doing
policy
pretty good? Well, too bad.
So I mean, who would you tax? I mean, okay, so middle rich.
Well, property tax has got to go. That is so dumb. I hate going to the DMV and being like, here's my money for the car that I own.
But again, if you make under $50,000, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I know. That would be nice.
So, that money's got to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Who does it come from?
It's tough. I would say just sales tax. I mean, if you want to keep buying shit, just
increase sales tax.
People keep buying a lot.
The middle rich.
Man. People keep. My minimum wage is great. Now milk is $9 because now the state considers it my property because I bought it. Yeah, that's gonna be good. How's what's his fucking name? Who's the billionaire from Kansas? How's Chris Kobach?
Ryan Reynolds.
Is he from Kansas?
No, Paul Reynolds. What is Ryan Reynolds? The guy who
Paul Rudd.
You're just throwing out names. You just wanted to say Ryan Reynolds.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Rudd. Let's think about the successful people from Kansas City.
Huh?
We got
Sudeikis, Paul Rudd, Rob Corddry, Rob Riggle,
Vsauce.
Not Rob Corddry. Dave Keckner.
Vsauce is from Blue Valley.
Vsauce is?
Yeah. Jeremiah Myers. I don't know. I'm trying to think about people. Jeremiah Myers. That's his name, right?
Jeremiah
Watkins.
Also.
I don't know who
Jeremiah
these
Watkins?
people are.
Yeah, Jeremiah Watkins.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how.
Yeah, me and Jeremiah, we're good friends.
Anyway, yeah, you can't be doing sales tax. That's like gas tax. That only fucks over the people that you just saved. Hey, you don't have to pay taxes if you make under $50,000, but we are gonna fuck up every part of your life. That PS5 now costs $1,500.
Hey, but they're not paying taxes.
You wanted a gift for your kids, but you better like debt.
Hey, it'd stop them from buying stupid shit. Somebody's got to teach these poor people to settle down.
You have 2 gold teeth in your mouth.
Yeah, you told like an 8-year-old that black women.
There was
love
no sales
teeth.
tax on these. They didn't. It was just flat fee.
Connor, did you think
Flat
do you think saying black women love my teeth around an 8-year-old was responsible messaging?
I think it really shows that there's hope in the world. And
it is a message of diversity.
Yeah. I'm not.
Okay, so tell us about last
racist.
night, Connor. Tell us about last night, Connor. What happened?
Oh.
Do we really want to do this? Do you want to be able to advertise this podcast? The guy has 2 gold teeth and he says he had a wild night last night. You really want this to be on record?
Connor said he's selling his gun.
Yeah, I gotta sell my gun.
Why?
I ran out of money.
Oh, okay. That's a good reason. I almost sold my gun.
Really?
Yeah. Do you want to buy a gun?
No.
What if we trade guns?
Then nothing gets accomplished.
Right now. Here, pull it out. Pull it out.
Oh, I had this thing, this sketch that I'm trying to like build up. So I would bring Max Peterson and his girlfriend.
What?
This is a writing workshop now? We're running bits?
Are we talking shop? What's going on?
I just want to get like consensus. I don't know. I'm trying to share positive things I have with other individuals.
Steven, we invited you on here to drive down something.
So can you help us with our material?
I don't know. Steven, have you ever thought about how you're too good of a person to work? Never mind. I'm not gonna finish that. That's bad.
I was gonna say I'm a piece of shit.
I guess this is the last question I wrote. I wrote other questions, but I feel bad about them now.
Now I want to know.
What are these questions?
I guess my final question is: do you love black people?
Well, yeah.
Okay, so the idea.
I didn't get two gold teeth for it, but I'm a fan.
Wait, who is it? Oh, I keep for some reason when I hear about black women,
I stand in solidarity with the blacks. Got the black teeth. Got the gold teeth. Anyways,
unless they're
anywho,
milk, she didn't want to buy milk.
Oh yeah, true.
You know, she said the 8-year-old said her favorite drink was milk.
Who is she? Why was she here?
She's a Chinese person.
Oh, where did she come from?
China.
Is she staying with you?
No, she's just around.
She's going to the park.
Yeah, she's going to the park.
What? Is it like your mom's friend's daughter or something?
Probably.
It's like an arranged marriage type situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mine.
I didn't know if you.
Wife.
I didn't know if you bought a Chinese girl.
That'd be cool.
Would it be?
Dude, this is what I've been saying. Dude, I need to figure out how to make this joke, but okay.
God damn
it. This completely unrelated to an 8-year-old, but related to buying a woman online.
Yeah.
Okay, the pussy stock is too damn high. You know what I mean? I'm trying to lower the pussy stock. You know, I feel like...
Yeah, they got a bunch of sales tax on them. It's crazy.
You know, you have to sell... Steven, are you okay?
Yes. I'm just letting y'all hash through this.
You're not involved?
Yeah, this is the metaphorical pleading the fifth.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes a conversation with Bill is like just trying to swim through mud.
Pussy stock is too damn high. You know, I'm trying to put some put stocks, you know. I'm telling people, pussy, you know how much pussy is worth? It's worth $5. That's how much it's worth.
It's
$5 pussy stock.
You said $5?
$5 pussy stock.
Mardi Gras coming up. You can get a flash sale. Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Oh, P&L had Mardi Gras going on. Psh, it's pretty cool.
P&L?
Yeah.
Power and Light.
Power and Light, yeah.
Yeah, I go out. I
Sorry,
party.
Dude.
I hang out with people.
Sorry, dude. I'm just a local.
I had a girl. I went to a concert. One time I went to a concert, and then old bearded man looked at me while a girl was on my shoulders, and she was like dancing.
That's pretty gross.
And you're complaining about your life being bad?
Yeah, what are you...
I was thinking about going to an
You suck
Everclear
it up.
concert next week. Do you know who Everclear is?
The liquor?
No, like the band.
Yeah.
I know. Wait, what are these other questions that are problematic? Wait, why is... Also, where do you love black people from?
He was like, no, he's kind of bad.
Line to try to draw.
There was like 4 questions. He's like, no, these are bad. And he's like, you love black people?
It's not even like a 50-50. There is a 100% chance that you have to get that one right.
Yeah.
There's no other answer.
Yeah, if you were to be like, if there was one like thought or hesitation of just being like, I don't know.
Depends on who the person... No, that even sounds bad. It's got to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a medium. It's like I have a moderately good feeling towards black people. You know what I mean?
Listen, you can't like everybody.
Okay. I don't know. I didn't think we were going down this route. It's like I was talking about the Buddhist swastika earlier.
It's not a swastika. It's just the Buddhist.
Yeah, it's a Buddhist symbol.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you gotta explain it. So you want to get a Buddhist
I told
tattoo on his? He wants a bicep tattoo of a Buddhist symbol, which is basically the reverse swastika, where it originally came from. And he's like, "Will this look bad?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah."
I think I'm too advanced for society. You know what I mean? I'm post.
But then you were like trying to describe it to me as like a cookie cutter, and you're like, "Look, it comes in different shapes." And...
No, if you just showed up and you had the tattoo, and then you were like, "No, it's the Buddhist symbol," then nobody would. I mean, really be like, "Fuck Bill, Bennett."
Yeah.
But the fact that you're asking means that you're not confident enough to get it and wear it and be like, "It's not a Nazi."
No, but it's
this
like...
is because I love Buddhism. No, it's the fact that you're asking invalidates the tattoo. It's not the tattoo itself.
That's really interesting. I don't know anything. But I'll
It would
tell
still
you.
be problematic. If a dude showed up with a reverse swastika, it'd be like, yo, what the fuck? It'd be like, it's Buddhist. You know what? Fuck what society tells you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I'm counterculture,
That's
bitches.
exactly it. Then you know what? Yeah, fine, whatever.
I tried to explain. I was like, no matter who, they're gonna be like, someone's gonna ask, and you're gonna have to explain. No one's gonna be like, oh, the Buddhist symbol.
Great conversation starter. It'd be a hit in Westport or in Power and Light.
Oh yeah, Westport you'd probably get your ass. Well, no, they're a bunch
Some
of
them would
pussies.
love you. Some of them would beat your ass. What are these other questions?
Yeah, rip them off. Let's see what these are.
What could be problematic?
No, I just don't like them anymore. I'm sorry.
You want me to ask?
I want to do a bit where
Where are
it's
they?
like, you know, like there's a girl and a guy, and every time the girl messes up, he's just like, fatherless behavior.
Wait, now we're
you want to go to Disneyland? You can't find your dad.
Wait, now
there.
you're talking your own.
You think
talking
Mickey
about your
Mouse
own
is your
bits.
dad?
What's
I left you.
What?
Like, let's go to Disneyland. I fucking hate Disneyland. And that's like the relationship. The girl. Wouldn't that be a good bit?
I think we have to stay here until that little girl leaves.
Yeah. Yeah, she's not safe.
No, and then I wanted to do that with Max Pearson and his girlfriend.
Now,
Are we back to
I don't-
this is the sketch with Max Peterson and his girlfriend?
You think
I
that
don't
would be
even
good?
know Max Peterson or his girlfriend.
I don't even know them either.
I keep like
Apparently, they're coming on the podcast.
I keep talking.
These are gotta be two people that don't exist, except for this is like Jojo Rabbit's Hitler. This is like it's Bill just being no, it's Max Peterson.
Yeah, you know,
I keep
it's
talking-
Max.
His girlfriend is right there.
I keep talking about his girlfriend's friends, and I just keep bringing up his girlfriend's friends.
Now, if Bill was in your,
Like them?
I don't know them,
What's-
but I'm open to the opportunity.
Wait, but why are you bringing them up?
I kind of like the idea.
But have you met them?
No, I'm not even sure she has friends.
But you're talking about like a totally like hypothetical situation in which
You know, I would
Max
lay some
Peterson's
pipe.
girlfriend hits you up with somebody.
Yes.
Okay.
you just want to lay pipe.
Yeah, you know me. I got pipe.
I mean,
I
I think you have pipe.
I
don't want to know if you have pipe. I don't want to. Not my business.
Steven, do you think I've lost my virginity?
What?
Steven, do I look like a virgin to you?
Yeah. I mean, I could see you being not one, but also if you told me you were a virgin, I wouldn't be like, what?
No, because I look like I fucked.
No, you look like an 18-year-old, which is somebody who could or could not fuck.
What are you doing? Are you skydiving?
I don't know, man. I'm so nervous now. I'm more so like this is like when I'm excited about something. I'll do this at comedy shows too when somebody's bombing. It's like, yes, yes.
You're like a cartoon character.
All the videos I have on my phone, I go through my video folder, and they're all of my friends bombing. It's always my friends eating shit on stage.
Oh. That's awesome.
It's so good.
See, I have videos of me just eating shit. I'm like, I don't want to watch these.
No, you delete them.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you got to watch one.
It's hard.
Yeah, you got to
It's
know
tough.
why it happens.
I look at every set I do. Most times.
That's impressive.
Isn't that? It is kind of like difficult, but it's like I do it when
And
I
you're
write.
still doing the cheer bit?
Yeah. You've
I'm just kidding. Sorry, I just did. That was a real.
you've been watching it. You're like, it's going pretty well.
Honest to God, it's so cool to me that like I have almost like all my sets recorded, and I have my first set recorded. I literally was like on a adrenaline high, and I couldn't sleep the first time I performed because I felt like I did well. I guess I kind of did well. I mean, in terms of my first time, and then I mean, yeah, I'm pretty proud of the chair bed. It's on my YouTube. If you liked it, you know, it's so funny. It's hilarious because I've only performed it like 2 or 3 times if you count me falling on my head.
Yeah, and then you keep talking about it. It's crazy. It is insane.
And then it's like
somehow
the
we're
first
still
time-
we're
the
talking about
first-
it again. Somehow, how did you do this?
the first time,
Be the cheer bit podcast.
the first time I performed it, other people were like, "Oh my god, this is like so great. This is so great. This is so funny."
What-
And then the second time
Steven,
I
what would
performed,
you do if he was in your class? Would you kick him out immediately? You would have to put him out in the hall.
No. There's no way if I was like, hey, be quiet, that he'd be like, I'm going to keep talking. If that happened, then it'd be like, yeah, you got to leave.
Yeah.
I can't do this. But I actually think Bill seems like he'd be a good student besides the comedy thing. I think that's mostly it.
I had this idea. I kept telling other comics about it. What if we have like children like who do like daycare stand up?
Wait, like comics go and do stand up for daycares?
No, or like children do stand up.
Oh, you want to bring kids on the stage?
Yeah.
They do that at the Groundhog Day.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got to be hard to watch, right? Or is it pretty funny?
I've never been.
Oh. Oh yeah. So why is so you banned Bill from the 403?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the chair bit.
Yeah. No, I remember you came in with a concussion and then you were doing stand up and then you're just not there anymore.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't been there in 2 weeks, but
It was for his safety.
yeah, it's for his safety.
No, dude, I don't know what happened. I can imagine that this is what happened. That Bill came in very hot.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what happened. I woke up on Wednesday, so 2 days after,
Mm-hmm.
with a message that said, "Hey, are there people under the age of 21 coming into the bar?" And I said, "I think maybe a couple."
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Okay, well that can't happen." And I was like, "Okay, under any circumstance, even if they just perform and then leave?" He's like, "Not unless they have their parents there." So I was like, "Okay, we're gonna have to put this out." And then I realized that Bill was the only person under the age of 21 that was coming there. I was just like, "Well, Bill, it's for your safety." I can imagine what happened was that Bill was at the bar and he was like, "I'm not 21. I'm 18 years old. I'm falling off chairs and I'm sorry."
Yeah.
And then the bartender was probably like, "Yeah, there was some 18-year-old that kept."
Yeah, that's-
He's really bragging.
No, I
about
think
it.
it's because
Yeah.
I mentioned my age in one of my jokes, and I think that's my bad. No, I mean, no, with the concussion, I was out of it. I
I think tomorrow I'm gonna go there and say I'm a 17-year-old girl.
That'd be great, Connor.
Like, I think it'll work out well.
Well, I have to kick you out.
Well, okay, we have to do this
Huh?
in 5 seconds. Hey, let's hold hands.
We keep doing this bit.
I'm so glad we did this. I feel like we learned a lot more about each other. I feel like we learned a lot about the world and the universe. I feel like our spirits have connected. I'm really glad we did this. Praise be our Heavenly Father. Our bread be bread chairs.
Are you
okay? Okay.
Is that the ending? Is that how you're closing this out?
Forgive us this day our daily bread as we forgive those that trespass against us. Do I get to read the questions?
They're not that good. They're not even good. They shouldn't be seen. Do you have a bit of a like a sad mentality towards social media? Do you feel like it's like reducing people's happiness?
Depending on how much stock you put into it, yeah. It used to take away my happiness, and then I stopped doing things that take away my happiness, which is why I play less video games, which is why I quit dipping. It's why I don't work out. God damn, I should work out. That shit
You should go with Jake
No,
and
I'm not
Dorian.
going to go with these fatties. Good God, watching two tubbies on a treadmill? Absolutely not. There's no way their shirts fit either.
Oh,
it's got to be just like...
You watch them bend the treadmill. It's just like, take one step.
Yeah, they
bends.
can't do the incline. They'll fall off the back.
Okay, I guess there is like a one last couple of things that I'd like to do before you leave here. Okay, so
What is this? What is happening?
I've done this the last couple podcasts. Oh, you're placing it too close to the phone, Steven. It's hurting my ears. Okay, so I gave these out at my school. I used to do this. I used to give out these bandanas. This is a Smiley Gang.
Great.
Part of the Smiley Gang. I can make it into a mask if you'd like.
Awesome.
Or
no, I
you
want
just-
to learn how to wear bandanas.
I also have a. I mean, this is. I mean,
Is it a coupon?
it's a.
Oh.
It's a gift to you. You kind of look like a respectable criminal.
If I use this?
Yeah.
Is this right? This doesn't feel right.
I mean,
I think it's right.
I think it's right.
Is it?
I think that's right for you. No, Steven, I just want to say, what
do you want to say?
I really do appreciate you, and you are very friendly and amicable, and I appreciate you coming here, and you're really goofy, and I appreciate that, and in my head I have, even though I think you're silly, I appreciate that because I am too.
Why are you looking at me?
Because I'm awkward. I have when I think about you, I think good things. So, okay.
Is this right? Yes. This doesn't feel right. Is this really what it's like when people wear bandanas?
Yeah.
There's no way.
I used to wear a bandana.
This feels like a Serge Tankian, on like a System of a Down.
It's
type.
the ultimate goatee.
It really is.
And I do this one thing.
Oh, that song is great.
What?
I haven't heard that song in years.
So what I do is I have I have all the comics that's been on here signed.
Oh yeah.
Look at that huge guest list.
Look at that. Me and Jay Bright.
Oh yeah, one of the legends.
Jay Light. That's
Jay Bright.
Jay Light. That's his name.
Who was that? Dusty Slay.
It's Dayton Bissett. Yeah.
I want to go under Dayton.
I also want to be under Dayton, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
Will's gonna fuck Dayton.
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah, I could call that.
Is that like, does your mom call you that?
A lot of people call me that actually.
Yeah, I either call you Bill or Will. I don't think I'll call you Will. Bill just makes sense.
Bill.
Joe Bill.
I'm glad. I wish you were my teacher so we could, so you could teach me how to speak English properly. I feel like that improved my sets. I'm glad we did this. I think we're done. We're done, small boys, poggers.